I was born in Durham, North Carolina. My childhood home was perfect, pretty much. We lived next to a park in the middle of a wooded area, and lots of friends in the neighborhood, lots of kids. Hardly any traffic. Great place to, just go pretty much explore around. I rode bikes with my friends all the time. That was probably my favorite activity. The happiest times of my childhood would have to be just spending time with my family. We would have these little family traditions of going to the beach for a week and renting a house once a year during the summertime. Spending time together with them at Christmas with the entire family there, that was great. And going on road trips with my dad and my sister, we did a couple of those across the country. Lots of unique experiences, great times.
I was born in Boulder, Colorado, lived there for about the first 3 years of my life until my dad got a job in Fort Collins, Colorado, and we moved there when I was about 3. The house that I remember most growing up in was the one off of Etten Drive in Fort Collins, and what I remember most about growing up there was just the big backyard and playing in the backyard with my brother and playing on the structure that my dad built, which was a fort out in the backyard, and going down the slip and slide in the summer times. What I remember just most is just spending time with my family and how close we were. The happiest times of my childhood, I think going on road trips with my family, that was a fun time, and also just during the summers going on trips to different swim meets around Colorado. That was always fun because we got to stay in a hotel and hang out with the other kids that were our age that were swimming on the swim team. That was a great family memory, just spending time together with family and friends.
Well, I met Heidi through a mutual friend of ours, her boss, Shannon, who is the sister of one of my friends who I work with and have known for a couple of years now.
It was Labor Day weekend, and I had decided to stay and hang out with Shannon, and Joe happened to be there, and we really hit it off.
Our first date was on Labor Day in 2008. We had met each other a couple days before, and we had talked the Sunday before Labor Day, and I had asked her if she wanted to hang out some the next day, just so we could get to know each other, talk for a little bit. And we decided that we'd get lunch, and I was going to call her the next morning so she could give me directions to come pick her up.
I didn't really think he was serious about hanging out, and so I was still in bed when he was calling to leave Wyoming.
I called her about 11. We were going to meet around 12, and she was sleeping.
So I kind of had to rush and get ready.
I left a couple minutes later, and she was ready by the time I got there. I picked her up. We went to lunch.
He picked me up in his yellow Corvette, and we just had a lot to talk about. I was very interested in his job in the Air Force, and
I've never had anybody be as interested in my life and my job and everything as she was.
I thought that was going to be it for the date. I thought, he was going to go back home, and he actually wanted to hang out with me longer, and so
we just drove around for a couple of hours. We found a nice place in Thompson Canyon, and we sat down by a river there and talked for a while. We just got to talking more, and we just really enjoyed each other's company, and just listened to some music, and it was just a very pretty drive, and it was a great time spent together. And we ended up going back to Fort Collins after that, getting dinner and coffee and talking even more. And then I drove back home that night. I think we both kind of initiated the first kiss.
I guess I kind of initiated the first kiss.
Our first kiss, I was a little bit nervous because I didn't want to, scare her off or anything. It was on our first date in Big Thompson Canyon.
I kind of kissed him on the cheek a little bit, and he went back and kissed me on the lips, and that was our first kiss. So I initiated the first kiss.
Okay. I was the first one to say I love you. I don't think that she expected it. I think it probably caught her off guard a little bit.
And I turned around and I said, "No, you don't. You don't." And then that's all I said that night. I said, "No, you don't." And then I waited until the next morning and I told him back that I loved him. Joe proposed on February 1st of 2009, Super Bowl Sunday.
The proposal was pretty low-key. That kind of goes along with her personality in terms of she likes to stay at home and she didn't want anything extravagant. We were just sitting around talking, watching TV, and I got down on one knee and explained to her that she's my best friend, that I couldn't imagine spending my life with anyone else, and how much I love her.
As soon as he asked me, I knew I wanted to, and I knew that I loved him, and I was excited, but I was also thinking about the future and, what that would hold for us. But I just thought about, that if I'm with Joe, then I don't have to worry about any of that because we have each other.
Heidi is a very genuine person, completely comfortable with being herself all the time, doesn't hide anything from anyone, and I love her for that. It's an absolutely wonderful feeling to know that you're getting married to your best friend.
Every single day I can't believe how patient he is with me, and I couldn't believe that he could show me any more love, and yet the next day, he does the exact same thing for me and shows me that he loves me even more.
Heidi is unique in that she makes me feel special every single day. She's the kindest, most caring person that I've ever met in my life. I never thought that I would meet somebody like her.
No matter what I do, I know that he's there, and that inspires me to do the best job that I can at whatever I do. I would like to be just as in love with each other 50 years from now as we are right now.
I'm very excited about the future with Heidi. I think we're going to have a great time together. There's pretty much nothing that both of us don't enjoy doing together. You complete me.
Oh, that's so cliche, but I like it. It's true.
I am the girl you're always fighting
If you're here with us today watching this video, or if you're here with us at any point watching this video, co-workers, friends, family, you're very important to us and you've supported us somehow. And that it means everything to us that you could be here to share this day with us. So thank you so much for coming.
Are you going to cry?
No. I'm okay.